The first thing I notice when I arrive at the Meriden Museum of Antiquities is that the temperature in the security office has dropped 4 degrees from where I left it yesterday. But before we continue, do us one quick favor. Subscribe, hit the like button while you're at it, and comment where you're listening from so we can see how far these stories are reaching. I set my coffee down on the desk, decaf, per the night shift rules, because caffeine makes your hands shaky and you need steady hands for what comes next, and I pull up the digital log on the old desktop. The screen flickers twice before loading. Everything flickers twice in this building. The wiring is original to the 1897 construction, and the city keeps delaying the retrofit grant, so we make do. I scroll through yesterday's entries. Marcus's shift, 6 p.m. to midnight. Door checks, all secure. Motion sensors, all clear. Camera feeds, all nominal. Temperature readings, steady at 71 degrees Fahrenheit. But right now, at 12:01 a.m., the thermostat reads 67. I check the windows. They're closed. The old radiators along the far wall are cold to the touch. I've worked here long enough to know this building has moods, drafts that come and go, strange currents that flow through hallways like breath. But 4 degrees in 20 minutes? That isn't a draft. That's something else entirely. I pick up the rules card from my desk drawer. It's laminated, edges worn soft from years of handling. 3 rules. That's what keeps us alive. That's what Marcus told me on my first night, 6 years ago, when he handed me this card and looked at me with eyes that had seen something I couldn't yet imagine. Rule 1. Never look at the display cases in the Egyptian wing after midnight. Rule 2. If you hear someone walking in the west corridor, do not call out. Do not investigate. Lock yourself in the security office and wait for the sound to stop. Rule 3. If you see a figure standing in the archaeology prep room, pretend you haven't seen it. Walk backward out of the room, close the door, and report it to Director Chun in the morning. Do not, under any circumstances, make eye contact. Most new guards quit after their first week. The ones who stay learn not to ask why. Director Chun doesn't explain. She just says the rules exist for our protection, and if we follow them, we'll go home alive every morning. I've learned to accept that some questions don't have answers, or rather, that some answers are too heavy to carry. It's 12:15 a.m. I start my rounds. The Egyptian wing is closest to the security office, so I check it first, using the handheld scanner to log each display case. The artifacts glow softly under their individual lights. Canopic jars, golden amulets, a sarcophagus that once contained a priest named Merenra, who died in 2414 BC. The scanner beeps. Case 14, secure. Case 15, secure. Case 16. I stop. Case 16 shouldn't be open. I remember scanning it yesterday. Marcus's log shows it was checked and secured at 11:47 p.m. But the glass case is angled slightly open now, maybe 3 inches, and something is missing from the velvet interior where the small Ushabti figure used to sit. I don't reach for it. I don't touch anything. I close my eyes, count to 10, and remind myself that I am not an investigator. I am a security guard. The protocol is simple: document, report, retreat. I take out my phone and photograph the open case. The flash illuminates the room for half a second, and in that half second, I see something that makes my blood slow in my veins. There's a handprint on the inside of the glass. It's pressed there from the inside. Small fingers. Precise. The kind of handprint you'd leave if you were reaching through from the other side and didn't want to be seen. But that's impossible. The display cases are sealed. They're kept under constant supervision. Nothing can reach through from the other side. I take 3 steps backward. My breath clouds in the air. The room has dropped. Another 2 degrees. I leave the Egyptian wing without closing the case. I'm not supposed to touch anything. That's the protocol. That's what keeps us alive. I return to the security office and lock the door behind me. The old deadbolt groans as it slides into place. I check the monitors. All 6 screens show static. They do this sometimes when the electricity fluctuates, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I pick up the phone and call Marcus. He doesn't answer. He never answers after midnight. That's another rule. We don't contact each other during our shifts unless it's an emergency. We're not supposed to know each other. We're not supposed to be connected. This is by design. I leave a voicemail. Marcus, it's Dan. We've got something in the Egyptian wing. Case 16 is compromised. I'm going to do a full building sweep. If you hear from me again, call the police. The phone slips in my hand. It's cold. Everything is cold. I take the flashlight from my desk drawer and the emergency key ring from my hip. The flashlight is heavy, military grade, meant to blind if necessary. The keys include one for every room in the building, plus a master key that opens the freight elevator in the basement, plus one key that I'm not supposed to talk about. I don't know where it goes. I've never used it. Marcus told me there might come a night when I need it. And when that night comes, I'll know. I hope tonight isn't that night. The West Corridor is the longest stretch in the museum. It runs the entire length of the East Wing, connecting the European Art Gallery to the Natural History Wing, and it's lined with portrait paintings from the 18th century. Oil on canvas, eyes that seem to follow you. I've walked this corridor 1,000 times. I know every painting by heart. The Duchess of Aldborough in her lavender gown, the unknown soldier with his blank face, the children of the Ashworth family who all died of influenza in the winter of 1889. Tonight, something is different. The portraits are tilted, just slightly. 1 degree, maybe 2. Enough to notice if you're looking. Enough to make you wonder if someone adjusted them. I hold my flashlight steady and shine it along the wall. The beam catches the eyes of the Duchess of Aldborough, and for a fraction of a second, I swear she looks surprised. Like she wasn't expecting me here. Like something has disturbed her peace. I keep walking. I don't run. Running makes you a target. Running makes you lose control. The rules say something about the West Corridor, something about not calling out, about locking yourself in and waiting for the sound to stop. I reach the midpoint of the corridor, and I hear it. Footsteps. Behind me. Slow and deliberate. Not running. Not hurrying. Just walking. Like someone out for an evening stroll through a museum that closes at 5. I don't turn around. The rules are clear about this. Whatever is walking in the West Corridor, I am not to engage with it. I am to continue my path, reach the security station at the Natural History Wing, and lock myself in. But the footsteps are getting closer. They're matching my pace. When I slow down, they slow down. When I speed up, they speed up. They're not trying to catch me. They're hurting me. They're testing me. I reach the security station, and the door is already open. This is wrong. I locked it this morning. I always lock it. Marcus always locks it. The door is never left open. I step inside and close it behind me. The lock doesn't catch. The mechanism is jammed. I can see the problem, a small wedge of something in the door frame, preventing the bolt from sliding home. I pull at it with my fingers and it comes free. It's a piece of paper, folded twice, crumpled at the edges. I unfold it under my flashlight. The handwriting is mine. I recognize the loops and crosses immediately, the way I cross my T's and dot my I's with tiny circles instead of dots. But I don't remember writing this. I wouldn't write something like this. It says, Dan, it's 3 a.m. You're reading this in the archaeology prep room. Don't look at the figure in the corner. Whatever you do, don't make eye contact. There's a reason for the rules. There has always been a reason. Find the key on Marcus's desk. The one you don't know what opens. Use it. Use it now. You're running out of time. I read it 3 times. The words don't change. The handwriting doesn't change. This is my handwriting, but I have no memory of writing it. My hands aren't shaking, but something in me is trembling. I check my phone. 3:07 a.m. I've lost almost 3 hours. 3 hours that I can't account for. I was just in the West Corridor, and now I'm here, and somewhere in between, I wrote a note to myself that I don't remember writing. The monitors flicker back to life. Screen 3 shows the archaeology prep room. There's a figure standing in the corner. It's facing the wall. It's not moving. It's wearing something that might be a uniform, might be a suit, might be something else entirely. I can't tell from this angle. I can't tell anything about it except that it's there, and it's waiting. I look at the figure for too long. I know I shouldn't. The rules are explicit about this. But I can't help it. There's something familiar about the posture, the way the shoulders are set, the tilt of the head. The figure moves. Just slightly. It turns its head, maybe an inch, maybe 2. I can't see its face. The shadows are too deep. But I can see that it's looking at me now. Looking at the camera. Looking at me. The phone rings. I pick it up before I can stop myself. I know better than to answer unknown numbers, especially at 3 a.m., especially in this building. But my hand moves before my mind can stop it, and suddenly I'm holding the receiver to my ear, and there's nothing on the other end except silence. Deep, thick silence, the kind that is weight. Then a voice. It's mine, my own voice, speaking to me from somewhere far away. You weren't supposed to see this yet. You're not supposed to know. The rules exist for a reason, Dan. They always existed for a reason. It's not about the museum. It's never been about the museum. Listen to me. Lock the door. Don't let anyone in. Whatever you hear, whatever you see, don't open that door until dawn. And whatever you do, don't look at the display cases in the Egyptian wing. The line goes dead. I put the phone down. My hands are steady. That's the strange thing. My hands are completely steady, like my body knows something my mind doesn't. Like I've done this before. Like I'm running through a script I can't quite remember. I check the monitors again. The figure is gone from the archaeology prep room. But now there's a new figure on screen 4, standing in the security office doorway. It's reaching for the door handle. I spin around. The door handle is turning. Slowly. Deliberately. Whoever is on the other side is taking their time. They know I'm in here. They know I can see them. The door opens. It's me. The figure in the doorway is me. It's wearing my jacket, my shoes, holding my flashlight. But the face is wrong. The eyes are wrong. They're too still, too patient, like something is looking out from behind my eyes, and it doesn't quite know how to work a human face. Dan, it says, and the voice is mine too, but wrong somehow, like a recording played at the wrong speed. You've been holding out on us. 6 years, Dan. 6 years, and you still don't know why the rules exist. I don't answer. I don't move. I remember the rules now, all of them, in a cascade of memory that feels like drowning. Rule 3. If you see a figure in the archaeology prep room, do not make eye contact. But I already broke that rule. I already looked. I already saw. The figure smiles. My face, stretched into an expression I've never worn, something that looks like hunger shaped like a person. You were supposed to forget, it says. That's how this works. You were supposed to forget what you saw. In there. And then you'd write it down. And then you'd forget again. And the cycle would continue. But you didn't forget, did you? Something stayed with you. A fragment, a thread, a splinter of memory that wouldn't let go. That's why they hired you, Dan. That's why they hire all of us. We're not guards. We're vessels. We're placeholders. We're what's left when the Real Guard goes missing and someone needs to stand in their shoes. It steps closer. The temperature drops again. I can see frost forming on the window, delicate crystalline patterns that look almost like writing. The Egyptian wing, it continues, has been open since 1897. The display cases have been open longer than that. The figure in the architecture prep room has been waiting since before the building was built. And the rules are a contract. You follow them, and it lets you leave. You break them, and it takes you instead. It's that simple. It's always been that simple. I find my voice. It comes out thin, but it comes out. Who are you? The figure stops. It tilts its head, studying me. And for a moment, I see something behind the mask of my face. Something old and patient and impossibly tired. I'm what's left of the last guard, it says. I'm what's left of the guard before him. And now I'm what's left of you, Dan. I'm what's left of you, and I'm so hungry. And the rules say it's almost my turn to leave. But first I have to fill the empty space inside you. And the rules say I can do that if you look at me. And the rules say. It reaches out. Its hand is cold. Its fingers wrap around my wrist, and I feel something being pulled out of me. Something I didn't know I was carrying. And the world goes sideways. And the last thing I see is the monitors flickering again. And on screen 6, there's a new figure standing in the security office, and it's wearing my face, and it's smiling. I don't remember falling asleep. I don't remember the transition. But suddenly I'm standing in the archaeology prep room, facing the wall, and I know that I shouldn't turn around. I know that I shouldn't look. I know that if I look, I'll see something I can't unsee, and then the rules will mean something different, and the contract will change. I turn around anyway. The room is empty. The room has always been empty. But there's something on the desk now, something that wasn't there before. A laminated card, edges worn soft from years of handling. I pick it up. The 3 rules are written in someone else's handwriting, someone I'll never meet, someone who knew this would happen someday. I flip the card over. On the back, there's a 4th rule, written in a different hand, fresher, more urgent. Rule 4, don't read the other side of the card. Whatever you do, don't read what's written on the other side. If you've read this far, it's already too late. You're the guard now. You're what's left. The rules exist to keep you alive. Follow them. Follow them. Follow them. I hear footsteps in the west corridor. I hear footsteps in the Egyptian wing. I hear footsteps behind me, in the archaeology prep room, getting closer. I'm holding the master key in my hand. The one I was never supposed to use. The one that opens something in the basement. Something that has been waiting since 1897. Something that the rules were designed to keep contained. I look at the key. I look at the card. I look at the monitors, where a new figure is standing in the security office, wearing my face, and it's staring directly into the camera, and it's smiling my smile, and it's reaching for the phone. The phone rings. I pick it up. It's silent on the other end, but I can hear breathing. Slow, patient breathing. The kind of breathing that belongs to something that has been waiting a very long time. Dan, a voice says. It's my voice. It's my own voice, speaking to me from somewhere far away, from somewhere I'm about to go. It's 3 a.m. You're reading this in the archaeology prep room. Don't look at the figure in the corner. Whatever you do, don't make eye contact. There's a reason for the rules. There has always been a reason. Find the key on Marcus's desk. The one you don't know what opens. Use it. Use it now. You're running out of time. I hang up the phone. I take the master key. I walk toward the freight elevator. And somewhere behind me, in a room I can't see, something that wears my face is picking up the phone, and it's dialing a number I don't know. And it's starting to speak, and the words it says are my words, and the voice it uses is my voice. And the message it's leaving is a message for someone who will work here someday. Someone who will find these rules and follow them. Someone who will become what I've become. And the message is simple. It's 3 a.m. You're reading this in the archaeology prep room. Don't look at the figure in the corner. The elevator descends. The basement doors open. And in the darkness ahead of me, something moves.